Hey guys, Marissa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Did you see the Facebook Live today? If you didn't, buzz over to the Kitchen Table Stamper page on Facebook. There's a link in the description. I go live every Friday at noon Central Time. And this was our project. It's a fun little gift card holder. Let me show you one with a gift card in. Little gift card like rises up out of the pocket. Isn't it cute? And we're doing the hot dog stamp set. So of course I had to do Portillo's gift card. Could there be anything else in there? You could for sure with this kind of interactive card, you could stamp on your white panel and have things kind of pull out and pop up, especially for a birthday card. It might be fun to have some of the other dogs pop up out of there. Surprise! So there's some fun things you can do with that, but primarily I use this little fun fold with gift cards. This is our base for this fun fold. I used Basic Gray and Whisper White. So it's two pieces that make that mechanism that make this work. The Basic Gray piece is 11 inches by 5.5, and the Whisper White piece is 4 by 4.5. Let's grab the Simply Scored tool and make our marks for this little mechanism. I'm going to pop in my Basic Gray first. We're going to score at 4 1/4. So now this is 5.5 by 4 1/4. It'll fit into a standard medium envelope. Our next score is at 8.5. And then we're going to pop in our 4 inch by 4.5 inch on the 4 inch side and score at 3/8. So that is what makes this little pop-up work. Get our bone folder and fold these lines. All right, let's lay flat our Basic Gray. Bring some Designer Series paper. This is from the Well Suited Designer Series paper collection. And we have two pieces for the card base. One is 5 1/4 by 4, and one is 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. We're going to glue them to the same side of the paper. This bigger piece and this larger end panel. Center, nice little gray border all the way around. And then this guy is going to go in the other end. So the segment at the other end here, I'm going to do the same thing. Center it, get a little Basic Gray border all the way around. So Designer Series paper on one side, and then we're going to adhere our mechanism, make our pocket. All the tear and tape and everything goes on the other side. So we're going to start here with this small panel. We need tear and tape. We're going to put this as far to the right and as far to the left as we can. And same here. All the way down. Now on this 3/8 inch tab, that's our glue tab. Add a line of tear and tape. And then we'll do our mechanism first. So go ahead and fold that little guy. And you want this long panel on the score line. You're going to line this edge. Center right to left and go right up against that fold. And then once you got that, you can remove the adhesive for the pocket, little gift card pocket. Now fold down the white and then up the gray. Make sure that these edges are completely clear of your tear and tape. And you can burnish that down with a bone folder if you like. Now here's our little card with its fancy sliding mechanism. Cute, isn't it? I just love this fold. It delights me every time. Got some more designer series paper. Let's go ahead and handle these. This is well suited. It's the other side of the gray pattern that we're using. I'm going to use my Tailor Tag punch and dovetail, chicken lips, fishtail, whatever you like to call it. We're just going to do both ends of the larger piece and one end of the smaller piece. The measurements for my projects are always available in a printable project sheet at the blog, kitchentablestamper.com. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link to the video or to the blog post. Underneath the embedded video on the blog is a clickable link with a printable project sheet. So you always have access to the measurements that I'm giving you in the video in printable form. So there's no need to scramble to write things down. Just follow the link to the project or to the post on the blog. And then underneath the embedded video, click the link. It'll open up a printable PDF for you and you can print out those measurements. Our Blue Flower Designer Series paper, the bigger piece for the outside is 4.5 by 2 1/4. And the smaller piece for inside is 3.5 by 1 1/4. So I just rolled the edges of that, give it a little life. Put some glue right in the center. We'll put that just a little bit low of center, and then centered right to left. On the inside, we're going to put our little banner all the way to the right edge, right along the Designer Series paper here, and a bit low of center. We're going to pop a little balloon behind our inside greeting, and it's going to need a little more room on top than bottom, so a little off center. We're getting there. It's starting to look like our sample. Bring my sample in for a minute here. Show you some of the die cutting. I do a little bit of die cutting ahead of time, especially on a card like this where we're going to do a lot of coloring. Here's the few pieces that I cut. I have a Poppy Parade scallop circle. The scallop circles are from the Layering Circles dies, and this is the third largest one. It's about 2 9/16. Also got a piece of white for the inside and for the outside. For outside, we have a stitched circle. It's 2 3/8, second largest one. For inside, we have a stitched oval. It's the second smallest one, about 2 1/4 by 1 3/8, and that's from the Stitched Shapes dies. The last little piece that I got ahead of time here is from Night of Navy cardstock, and I love this Hippo and Friends dies. Great little label shapes. This is the largest. I like to call it the rectangle oval because it looks like there's an oval on top of a rectangle. Anyway, it's the largest one, cut from the Hippo and Friends dies from Night of Navy cardstock. Also got a scrap of basic white. Let's go ahead and do a bit of stamping and coloring. We're going to use Memento Tuxedo Black. We're going to stamp our hot dog. This is from the Hot Dog stamp set. It's a 25-piece photopolymer stamp set. I love it. You get 3 adorable little dogs facing left, facing right, and sitting. And then tons of little accessory pieces that just make it so much fun. We're going to use the balloon, the hat, the little like bandana around his neck. And look at the great greetings. They're punny. I miss you. It's been too long. Hot dog, it's your birthday. Bonjour. And I love you. That's the long and the short of it. How are you? Hi, and get well soon. Lots of possibilities with this stamp set. Let's stamp a hat for our little doggy. And we need a couple of balloons. One for the outside and one for the inside. And speaking of the little mix and matchable parts, here's our little bandana. The little, I don't know, maybe neckerchief. We're going to stamp that right on our doggy. They're cute. I love that. The little accessories just make it so much fun. I got one more bit of stamping here. We're gonna take our Whisper White Circle and this awesome greeting from the Hey Birthday Chick bundle. We're gonna use the Let's Celebrate You stamp. Oh, I really like this font with our whimsical wiener dogs and the cute little happy birthday cutout we're gonna use on the inside. This is a great greeting set. All right, slide to the side and let's get some Stampin' Blends. We're doing super simple coloring. Stampin' Blends, Dark Poppy Parade, Light Smoky Slate, Light Night of Navy, and the Stampin' Write marker. Stampin' Write marker is just to make Doggy's nose black. I'm gonna color just solid color fill. No shadows, no highlights, just a nice smooth fill. And when you do that, you want to work in sections. So when we move to our dog, we're going to use a light smoky slate, and we're going to work from this little necktie and the ear and the head. And we're working with little circle strokes right on the leading edge, on the wet edge. And you just keep going over that wet edge and expanding a little further. And that's how you're going to get a solid fill. Very professional looking coloring with no streaks using Stampin' Blends. Anybody can use these markers and get amazing results. Now, dog's body, going to do the same thing. We're going to keep filling in, and as we fill in, we're going to work on that leading edge, keeping everything wet. Down into his leg, little circles, all the way back up to that edge. We're going to keep that edge wet. You really want to saturate. When you're doing Stampin' Blends right, the back of the paper looks like it's been pretty solidly filled in too. I'll show you as soon as we get through our dog here what I'm saying. You'll notice that I skipped the back leg up here for now because we want to really concentrate on working in that leading edge, keeping the color we just laid down wet before we bring more ink to expand further. And so segments are your friend. Got So see, when you're doing it right, you're really saturating the paper. Now we can go back and do Doggy's back leg and back leg here too. And that gives us the smoothest fill. I'm going to color the two balloons and the neckerchief, the little tie there, with Dark Poppy Parade, just getting that nice solid fill. Haha, there we go. Quick little swipe here. I saved this one for last so that the gray dog had a little bit of time to dry before we brought wet Poppy Parade. We don't want those to blend together because they're contrasting colors in two different areas. I'm going to cut them out now. I'm just going to fussy cut using my paper snips. When I fussy cut, I leave a tiny little white border around. And make sure that you preserve the stamped line. Get these guys cut out, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back with my little cut bits. Let's get some multi-purpose liquid glue and accessorize our little doggy. I like to take a bit of multi-purpose liquid glue, just a small streak along the bottom of the hat. And a little bit goes a really long way. And I'll take a little bit on the front of the balloon string by just wiping it across the balloon on Doggy's tail, and the hat on Doggy's head. And we'll let that dry for a second, become one piece. Can adhere Let's Celebrate to our Poppy Parade scallops. Let's celebrate to our blue tag. Now the tag is narrower than the Poppy Parade layer, so just glue on the center there. Be careful. Pop that guy a little low of center because now we're going to take a 1/4 inch handheld circle punch. I have a link to an Amazon one if you don't have it, but you can grab one out of the office supply drawer. It's kind of like that standard office supply size circle. We're going to turn that into a tag. Let's grab our card. Adhere our tag. Don't adhere all the way up at the top around the loop because I want to put the streamers on and then tie the twine so that the twine's not in the way. So we're going to thread twine through there at the very end. Speaking of the little streamers, look at the streamers. Aren't those cute, the little gray streamers? And our happy birthday. Let's cut those out. Those are from the Hey Chick bundle. So I showed you the stamps earlier. The Hey Birthday Chick stamps, and then there's the Birthday Chick dies. You can buy these together in a bundle. Save 10% when you buy both products. The dies that we're going to use are the streamer and happy birthday. Just pop this guy in. We can do both at the same time. Got some Night of Navy and a little bit of Smoky Slate here. Just a scrap. Here's our little happy birthday die. Isn't that cute? And the streamer. Give those a crank. I have to tell you guys, I'll always be honest with you at Kitchen Table Stamper. I wasn't really sold on Hey Birthday Chick until I saw the dies. And I wasn't going to circle back to Hey Chick until I saw the dies. So if you're looking at those two new bundles, the dies are really so much fun. Look at this. I love this little happy birthday. Can use that so much. Cuts so clean. It's so easy to weed. Cutie. And then there's our streamers. We're going to use 2 streamers. I cut another one ahead. Get our sample over on the side here. And the one we're working on. I'm going to put Stampin' Dimensionals on my dog. Lots of them. We want to hold up his little balloon and his hat and everything. So I'm going to use mini dimensionals and just really spread them out. All right, got my little dimensional dog. We're going to put him on the card. Want to frame that let's celebrate you without obscuring it. Make sure our doggie's going level. We don't want an uphill or a downhill doggie. And our balloon, so cute. Now our streamers, I'm going to just drag the multi-purpose liquid glue. I'm barely squeezing the bottle. A little bit will go a very long way here. It's a little bit seeped out on the front of the streamer, so we're going to use it to start the next one. And I found that if I went to the left of the tag and then brought the other streamer across, kind of crisscrossing it off to the left, it had a pretty nice balance. So we'll do that again. We're going to slide underneath our balloon a little bit here. So cute, looks like a party. And now we can slide the twine. The twine is from the Snail Mail Combo Pack. Now we'll slide it from the back. Since we didn't glue it down all the way, it's a simple little slide through the hole. Can add the twine, and we didn't have to struggle around it while we were gluing down our streamers. The first one I did the tag with the twine and then tried to tuck the streamers under. The balloon was there and the streamers were there. It was much easier on the second and third copies of this. I've learned to just leave the tag top accessible so you could add the twine after. And cut that away from the spool. Cutie. And then get to the inside now. The inside is our oval, our happy birthday, and our balloon. I'm going to go down the end of happy birthday here. We're going down the Y at the end of happy. And we're going to put the little balloon behind. Another one piece. And we can glue our happy to the oval. So cute. To center. Now inside, a little bit of glue, only on the very bottom half of the balloon because it's gonna breach the top edge there. You don't want to glue your mechanism closed. See how it goes past the top of the pocket? No glue past the halfway mark on the balloon. And burnish that down. There it is. Happy birthday. Well, let's celebrate you. What says let's celebrate you? Like some confetti. I have these fun little metallic pearls here. Silver, they come in silver and gold. You get tons of them in a pack. And they're going to add kind of fun. That's kind of the idea of confetti, right? Just do a couple of little triangles of pearls. Here we go. Got a lot of confetti on that one. A little sparkle, little joy. A little sparkle, a little joy. There are our hot dog gift card holders. If you got any questions about the card, the project, the little mechanism, if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty, you can email marissa@kitchentablestamper.com and to shop Stampin' Up! 24/7, buzz over to marissaelvarez.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching.